My son is a Marine. And when he left home for basic training, the blend of pride and fear that came over me as a mom never stopped. When he returned home, that's when I got really concerned because he had changed a lot. And I kept hearing stories of veterans who were struggling that sounded just like him.
Even though he was home, he wasn't really home. I noticed that his fingernails were bitten down to the nubs. He was even more reserved. When you live with it on a regular basis, it does increase, but you don't know it. You don't realize it as much until that doorbell rang. And it was 2 officers and the coroner and a chaplain. Don had taken his life 3 days before he pinned on Colonel. There is research that indicates family members who lose someone to suicide are more likely to attempt. Our youngest son, 8 years after Don's suicide, called me from college. He was 20 years old, and he left me a voicemail the night he attempted.
I miss Dad.
Kind of all jacked up in our heads, especially those who've experienced childhood traumas and then came into the military and had those traumas exacerbated. So the veterans, we make up less than 5% of the human population in America, but we make up close to 10% of the prison population in America. So there's a big issue here. There's something that's not right.
When my Spencer went into basic training, he was highly motivated by family and service. Basic training started stripping away the young man we had raised.
Basic training's really set up, and it's set up very ingeniously to kind of strip you of majority of your previous identity to reform you into being a good soldier.
And all that stuff they taught you in society where there's that 10 commandments, if you will. There's the golden rule, right? Like there's the one thing that you just don't do, right? You don't kill people, but we want you to do that now.
There's a lot of military traditions that stem around drinking, like, for instance, challenge coins. If you go into your bar and someone slams down their challenge coin, if you don't have your coin on you, then you're buying a round of drinks for everybody at the bar. There's a grog there, which is like just a really large pot, and everybody brings a different type of liquor and pours it into the pot, and then everybody drinks from it all night long.
The drinking, the culture, it started creating a new young man. But every now and then, in a letter home, he'd let me see my boy was still there.
You're my best friend until the end, and I can't wait for a big mother hug in June. Love, Bob.
He came home 4 years later. His transition was rocky. His stress and anxiety were high, and his coping skills seemed non-existent.
A lot of the things they do in the military are phenomenal at building soldiers, airmen, Marines, sailors. They're really good at that. Unfortunately, they don't undo them, and you don't realize how they can become dysfunctional.
I think that reintegration is so vitally important, and it's almost training them back into civilian life.
It's so stigmatized that you don't talk about these things. It's very difficult to actually reach out and say, hey, I need help.
It was my family who told me, you need to get help. You need the VA as an option for you. And I remember I called them and said, I need to go to treatment. And they were like, we'll have a bed for you in 4 months.
We weren't sure where to turn for help. and the VA's reputation was shaky at best.
The issue is the system itself. Testifying in front of Congress I was very honored to be asked to speak about what I was asked, which was, the access to care.
$121 billion. That's the amount the VHA received in 2024, after nearly 2 decades of war and an entire generation of veterans now relying on the system built to care for them. 17. That's the number of veterans our nation loses to suicide every single day in 2024. Mr. Urban, you're now recognized for 5 minutes to present your testimony.
In 2014, I had the opportunity to receive treatment outside the VA system, which provided a transformative experience. Since December 2nd, 2014, I have maintained sobriety and achieved numerous personal and professional milestones, all attributed to the quality of care I received. They get an increased budget every year, and the numbers have not changed, so what they're doing is not working.
No, it's not. And before my son became another sad statistic, I was going to find out how to change the brokenness.